Hello, Mr. Sheridan. Welcome to Turkey. You have many successful films that we all love. You've also received an Oscar, a Golden Bear, and 6 Academy Awards nominations. And the actors who played in your movies have won many awards as well. So what's the secret of creating an award-winning movie, and what makes a movie successful in terms of the directing field?
You know, when you start out, you don't know if it's going to be successful or not. So I think the first thing is just to be true to yourself, trying to find something that resonates with you. And then in terms of actors, I like actors, and I've always written parts as if I was going to act it myself. So I think I know how to write parts for actors, or at least I did know. You know, apart from that, it's just finding a good story and something that you hope will resonate to people outside of your small circle.
In most of your films, you prefer to film close-ups of the characters as faces. Is there a specific purpose behind this? Can you tell the effect that it gives to the audience?
Well, you know, a lot of filmmakers look upon close-ups as being a very crude mechanism, because if you don't do it right, it tends to be a floating head, like you just see a head floating on screen. But if the actor is really true and connected to his soul, the eyes are the windows to the soul. So if the audience are watching the eyes of the actor, then the head's not floating anymore. So the danger with close-ups is that you have to be really emotionally accurate. Like you see in telenovelas, people do close-ups, or you know, they just pop a close-up and it just looks like they just cut to get out of a problem. But if you look at the movies of like Carl Dreyer, who was a spiritual type of filmmaker from Denmark, you know, his movies are very powerful in close-ups. So it's very hard, like, you know, Van Gogh always did a lot of painter portraits close-up. And I think people really relate to them because probably the people who are sitting for Van Gogh didn't want to be there, and he wanted to make them present. So when you want to make people present, when you want to see their soul, you do a close-up.
Mr. Dixon, you may stand down.
No, my lord, this is the man who should be under arrest.
Be silent, Mrs. Pierce. This court is now in recess.
Look, don't try and make me the fall guy for that.
You're a world-renowned Irish filmmaker. Do you use any Irish representations in your films? Like, do you choose to portray any of the freedom struggles or any other issues in your movies that Irish people have to or had to face?
Yeah, you know, I have made movies about the problems in Ireland, and specifically the problems in Northern Ireland. I've done In the Name of the Father about a wrongly accused person. I produced Bloody Sunday and many other movies like that. So yeah, I'm always dealing with the problems, but I'm always trying to be positive and kind of show people a possible alternative than kind of crude violence. Like, film itself is violent. It's cut, it's shoot. So to be doing films that are not violent is difficult. To do films that have a debate is not easy. So I prefer to do things that are difficult and not easy. And I like reflecting Ireland and what I believe is the true situation.
Come here.
What?
I want to go home.
Are you sure?
No.
So how do you cast actors or actresses that are going to play in your movies? For instance, Daniel Day-Lewis, he played in your famous movie My Left Foot, and he also played in The Boxer and In the Name of Father. So how did the casting process go for these movies and your other movies as well?
Well, you know, with somebody like Daniel, it would be more a question of me asking him, because I'd seen him on a movie or two, and I thought he had an amazing presence. But the part was so difficult to play that it required somebody specifically spiritual and powerful. But normally, like casting, I would more meet people, you know? Like, you get more of an idea from meeting somebody and talking to them than you do by seeing somebody on film. Because you can tell on film if somebody has a presence. But usually, you know, a lot of the audience react to people who have emotional depths or problems, and they want to fix it. They want to fix the person they're watching. And I think an actor needs a certain level of pain to be interesting, you know? It's not really that interesting to sit there and perform, you know? I think performance turns people away.
And lastly, do you follow the Turkish cinema? What do you think of Turkish movies and directors? Do you like any Turkish movies, and would you consider filming a movie in Turkey or with any Turkish actors?
Of course, I would like to. I'd love to make a movie in Turkey if I could, you know. I'm very interested in East meets West. I'm interested in. I run an Arab film festival in Dublin, so I've always been interested in the Arab culture and the way that it's been marginalized. The Turkish filmmakers I know, I find it difficult to pronounce their names. I like the man, he won the Palme d'Or twice. Nuribici Ceylan, that's his name. He won the Palme d'Or twice. I know Fatih Akim. I've met him and I like his movies. And then I can't pronounce the man who made Honey and those family movies. I'll get the pronunciation of that in a moment. What was his name? Bob and Glue or something like that, remember? He did Honey. Kaplan Oglu. Yeah, what's your name?
Nilay.
But your second name?
KARAKAŞ.
There you go. We have that in Gaelic and Irish too. We have little accents, you know? But it's very difficult for people to pronounce Irish names. My name would be Seamus O'Sheridan. So it's like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's not out of disrespect. I see the movies and I see their name, but I never hear people pronouncing them. But I do like Turkish cinema, yeah, and especially those three.